Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashwati Mohan, and I'll be your training for this course. So, I'm a cybersecurity consultant, web specialist, and Easy Counsel certified instructor with over 5 years of experience in cybersecurity, pen testing, and ML and AI. And I have worked on the real world security assessments for web, API, network, ML, AI, cloud systems, and also I'm one of the PhD scholars specializing in AI based cybersecurity solutions. And welcome to the course Python Basics and the Environmental Setup. So, this course is designed especially for beginners. So, even if you have zero programming knowledge, don't worry, we will start everything from scratch. So, in this module, you will learn how to set up Python and tools, the basics of programming, and how to think logically and solve the problems. And most importantly, we will do everything practically here. So you will understand what programming is, and you will know what Python is, and you will understand why Python is used in data science and AI. So here the first part that comes here is programming. See, programming means giving instructions to a computer. For example, in real life analogy you are checking, you will tell Swiggy or Zomato like what to deliver. So that is a instruction. And the computer also needs instructions, or we can call that is programming. For example, the human instruction is addition of two numbers. So as per the computer instruction, or maybe using Python, we will writing it as a equal to 2, b equal to 3, and then print of a plus b. So the output we will get as 5 there. See, the computer is dumb but fast. It only follows the instructions exactly. Now the second part that comes here is what is Python? See, Python is a high level programming language, like easy to read, easy to write, and we can say it's simple to understand also. Okay, so here let me show you one example. I am writing a smaller code here. For example, hash include stdio.h. Then I am giving int main function, then starting a bracket, and here I am printing hello. And now I am giving return 0 and then closing the bracket. So this is a C language, and let's go to Python here. So if it is Python, for this entire set of instructions we have to just write print hello. Okay, so which is easier here? It's Python, right? So Python is beginner friendly, and that's why it is most popular today. So now you can ask me like, what is this Python? See, one of the main points we can say here is this is easy to learn, like no complex syntax, less coding part. For example, you can just give for this entire four set of instructions one single instruction like print. And this is used everywhere. For example, if you are taking this in data science, analyzing the data. For example, in sales analysis, we use this. And then secondly, artificial intelligence like chatbots, face recognition we use. And in web development, the websites like Instagram, like in the backend, we use this one. And the third thing is like this is having powerful libraries. So libraries means ready-made tools. For example, let me show you a very good table here. Then it will be easy to understand regarding the libraries. So one is Pandas, that is for data handling, then NumPy for math, then Matplotlib for graphs, and Skylearn for the machine learning. So if it is without Python, you manually calculate 1000 rows. And if it is with Python, how you will calculate this? For example, let me show you the code here. We have to write it as import pandas spd Just one example I'm showing here. So we can give as data equal to 10, 20, and then 30. And then we can give as print sum of data. Correct. So what will be the output you will be getting here? It is 60. And then another thing we can say is like huge job demand. As data scientist, AI engineer, cybersecurity like automation, scripting, everywhere this is really useful. And then another one thing that comes here is real world use cases. For example, Netflix for the movie recommendations, then Amazon for the product suggestions, then Google for search ranking, and ChatGPT for the AI responses. So I know that all of you might have used Netflix and you have already seen the recommendations, everything. So this is purely Python plus AI. So one of the misconception or one doubt that comes here is programming is difficult. But Python is beginner friendly. Like you don't need any math expertise there. And once you practice, then that will be a success. So here I have one task. So ask yourself like what is programming and what is Python or why we are using Python and where we use this Python. So let's introduce Python here. Python, this is a programming language which is used to analyze the data, build the AI models, automate the task, or create the web applications. So, as we have already told, the real life examples we can see is like Netflix recommendations, Google search ranking, and the chatbots like ChatGPT. And the main reason why we use Python for data science is like this is easy to learn, like simple English like syntax. And the huge libraries we are using there already I have listed. It is NumPy for maths, Pandas for data handling, then Matplotlib for visualization, and scikit-learn for ML. So these are the huge libraries we can use here. Let me list as a table, then it will be easy. So for example, mm, this one, sprint hello, we can take. I'm listing here. So in Python, you are writing this code print hello, and automatically the output you getting will be, let me show you this one. So if we compare with C or Java, this is much simpler we can say. So that is about the introduction part for Python. So that is about the introduction about Python and why we should select Python as the main programming language we should proceed with in a modern era when we are comparing with C language or C++ or Java. So like this. So I hope this part is clear by now. Now we have to see what are the things we need to install here. So first Python we have to install, then Anaconda and Jupyter Notebook. Also using Visual Studio Code also we can do all those things. So first let's see how we can install Python here. So for that, let me open a web browser here. So let me go to the URL. .org. So this is the first thing we have to go. And here we have to download the latest version. So just we have to click on the link. So these are the latest features of the latest Python. So for that first we have to install the download installer or we can say this is the Python manager. We can click on install Python. So right now we can see that Python installation is completed here. This is the default Python. So first we have installed the default Python here. Now let me check for the application. Yes, 3.14 is here. So now we can say that this screen we can call it as a Python interpreter. So when you install Python and open it, you will be getting these arrows. So this is known as Python Interactive Shell, or we call it as REPL. So here this is showing that the installed version is Python 3.14 and the system is 64-bit Windows. So this operator means Python is ready and it is asking for instruction. So we can type print hello. We can close this. See, it is printing the word hello. So this is known as REPL. R for read, E for evaluate, P for print, and L for loop. So this means that Python, it reads your code, execute it, shows the output, and this is waiting for the next command. For example, another one example you can give is 2 plus 3. See, it is giving you the output as 5. And we can give another name as name equal to, let me give my name Ashwati, and then I'm giving print name. See, here I'm getting my output here. And now simply I'm giving 10 into 5. Let's see. See, we are getting the output. So here we had tested all small chords. We had learned the basics here. So this particular level, this is not appropriate for writing the large programs, but I think that by now all of you got an overview about Python, how to install Python, and how to start working with it. And now later we will be using Anaconda Jupyter Notebook, which is more powerful, user friendly, and that will be usable for long writing long programs and for like your PG level or UG level or PhD level projects. So let me ask one question here. This is your task number 2. So what is this operator and what happens when we type the code? So if you have listened to my lecture till now, you will be able to answer this question. And now your Python is successfully installed and working here. Now let's install Anaconda. For that, let's go to download and install Anaconda. Latest version we can type here. Let's see. See, basically now this Anaconda, this is coming with Python, Jupyter Notebook, and the library is pre-installed. So let's go here. So as I have told, it is a complete package. Okay, let me log in here. Just a second. So let me log in here. See, we got our file. Now we can click on this Windows 64-bit graphical installer. Let it download. We can wait till it's downloading. This will be taking a little bit of time since it is a little big file. And once the Anaconda is installed and it's ready, we can check the version with the command conda space hyphen hyphen version. And also we can create one environment here using Python. See, this environment means we are going to create one isolated workspace so that this will be preventing the conflicts here. Now let me also talk about Jupyter Notebook. See, Jupyter means what? This is one interactive coding environment which is very important for data science. And we will be able to learn Jupyter Notebook here. So this interface means it contains cells where the code is running. And also we can run it using Shift plus Enter also. Now the download is finished here. We can run the file. We can click on next. Yes, we can give I agree. Next. Now, this is very important step in Anaconda installation and many kind of beginners will get confused here. See, this screen is controlling how Anaconda integrates with your system. So you have to choose the options correctly so that we can avoid the errors which are coming later. So first one is creating the shortcuts. So it's already selected. So what it does is like this will be creating shortcuts in the start menu. So always keep this checked. There won't be any issues coming here. Second thing is add Anaconda to path. Do not check. And also you can see that this is not recommended also. And it's also shown as not recommended. So now you can ask me like why not select, correct? Because we can break the systems through Python. And also it causes conflict with the tools. So the best practice you can follow is like you can use Anaconda prompt instead. So even though it looks useful, do not select this option. And the third option is register Anaconda as a default Python, which is a recommended one. Because this is allowing VS Code, PyCharm, and other tools to detect Python automatically. And this is recommended for beginners. Now clear package cache, which is an optional one, because what it does is like this will be saving the disk space after installation, which is safe to enable. So you can select create shortcuts, just already selected, and then we can select this register Anaconda as my default one, and then you can also select on clear package cache upon completion, and do not check on add to path. So now you can directly click on install here, let it install. Some of the common beginner mistakes is like checking add to path, then skipping this installation steps and closing the installer in the midway. So check properly. Did you uncheck add to path and ready to click on install? So wait and then proceed. And now we will open this Anaconda Navigator or Jupyter Notebook next. So if all of you are doing like the same, then everything is going correctly and configurations, everything is matching here. Let it complete. So here we can see that installation is completed here. We can click on next. So here we can see like we had completed the Anaconda setup. So installation is finished successfully. So we can select both these options here. And once we click on finish, it will open automatically here. Otherwise, if it is not opening, we can go to the start menu, search for Anaconda Navigator. Like this, we can open the application. So I had clicked on finish here. So our installations are completed. We have completed our Anaconda installation as well as the default Python, the latest version installation. And from Anaconda, directly we can open Jupyter Notebook. So before we begin, let's understand what you will be able to do by the end of this module. So first thing is like you will be able to understand why Python dominates data science and AI. Like you will understand why Python is the most popular language today. And the companies use Python for AI and data science. As we have already told, Netflix recommendations as well as ChatGPT. And this one already we have completed. Then installation of Python, Anaconda and Jupyter Notebook. That also we have completed. So we had installed Python and we have already completed all such requirements. And the next one thing is writing the Python code using variables, data types and operators which are yet to come. But we had already went through that small kind of operations and printing your name or printing the result of an arithmetic operation, all those things. And then the fourth objective is using if else, loop, list comprehensions, etc. So we will be learning the decision making here, like if condition logic and repeating the task using the loop, which is yet to come. And then defining the functions. So functions are reusable code, which helps in writing the clean programs. And the next objective is Lambda functions, which is a short version of functions, which is used in data science frequently. So by the end of the module, even if you are a complete beginner today, you will be able to write Python programs on your own. So right now, how many of you think like this programming is difficult? But by the end, you will feel it is very easy. So here we have our next topic, like why Python for data science. So first of all, you have to understand what Python is or why Python is popular and why it is used especially in data science and how Python is different from other programming languages and where Python is used in the real life. So before learning Python syntax, we first need to understand one simple question. Why are we learning Python at all? Like why we are not selecting C, C++, Java or any other language? Because Python is easy to learn, easy to read and extremely powerful. So that is the main reason why it became one of the most widely used languages in data science and AI. So now you can ask me like what is this data science, right? See, this is collecting data, understanding it, and finding patterns in it and using it to make decisions. Let's see some real life examples here. First, we can take with online shopping. So, when Amazon or Flipkart suggests some products, it uses the data like what you searched, what you bought, and what similar users bought. So, that analysis is done using data science. Now, second example is Netflix or YouTube we can take. So when you get recommendation, data science help to decide what you like, what you show next, and what users similar to you watched. And now another one final example we can say is about weather prediction. So large amounts of weather data it is analyzed to predict rain, storms and temperature. So let's talk about this Python. See Python this is a programming language and a programming language it is a method to give instructions to a computer. So just like we speak to humans in English, computers they need instructions in a programming language. And Python this is one of the easiest languages for humans to read and write. Now here you can see Python is like English for computers. See English this is widely used around the world because many people understand it and it is used in business, education or communication. So similarly, Python is widely used in the technology because many programmers they understand it and it is used in AI, automation, web development and data science. So it has become a common working language in the tech world. So just as English help people to understand or maybe from different places to communicate. So Python helps the developer, analysts, researchers and engineers to work on the same project easily. So now you can ask me like why Python is easy for the beginners. See, one of the main reason is simple syntax. See, Python looks close to English. For example, for displaying the name, we have given as print in double quotes hello. So this is easy to understand, right? Like print means display and hello is the message there. And whenever we compare this with another programming languages like C, then we can see Python contains only less code, less confusion and faster learning. So this is the main reason why beginners they feel more comfortable with Python. So now you can ask me another one big question here, like why Python is used in data science. See, one of the main reason is like this is easy to read and write. Like data scientists, they are not like full-time software developers. Many are analysts, researchers, business professionals, engineers or students. So they need a language that is easy to learn quickly. Or maybe we can say like Python helps because it is readable. Now the second reason is like huge number of ready-made libraries. Like it is reducing a lot of tasks here. So a library, this is a collection of ready-made codes and it saves time. And instead of writing everything from scratch, we use libraries here. And I have already shown you the important Python libraries as an overview. Like one was NumPy, then Pandas, then Matplotlib, then scikit-learn. See, NumPy, this is used for numbers, arrays, or mathematical operations. And this will be calculating that particular mathematical operation there. Then Pandas, these are used for tables, rows and columns, CSV, and Excel data. Then Matplotlib, this is used for charts, graphs, or visual understanding. So this draws a simple graph there. And finally, scikit-learn, this is used for machine learning, prediction, classification, as well as clustering. So like we can say like this is one of the most used machine learning libraries for the beginners. So now you can ask me like why Python is powerful for AI. See, AI means what? It is artificial intelligence. So this is when machines are made to perform tasks that usually need human intelligence here. Examples like image recognition, chatbots, speech recognition, and recommendation systems. And Python is mainly used for AI because it has powerful libraries or strong community support and faster to develop the models. Some examples of AI libraries are TensorFlow, then PyTorch, and scikit-learn. And large companies they use Python because it helps them to process huge amounts of data or automate the work and build some prediction models and create the AI systems. So let's see some examples here. One is Google. See, Google is mainly used in automation, internal systems, or AI related tasks. For example, Netflix. This is used in recommendation systems and personalization. And then NASA. It used in research, scientific computing, as well as automation. And also in Zomato or Flipkart also, for recommendations, customer analytics, and delivery pattern analysis. So not only for data science, it is also used in automation, web development, cybersecurity, scripting, and testing also. So we can say like Python is one of the best first programming languages that beginners can learn. So as a summary, we can say like Python is one of the most important programming languages today, especially in data science and AI. So the reason is not just power, but simplicity. So Python, it is easy to read, easy to write, and supported by thousands of ready-made libraries. And in data science, we need to read data, clean it, analyze it, and visualize it. So Python gives us tools like pandas, numpy, and matplotlib to do all the things easily. So that's the main reason why like students, researchers, developers, and companies, they all prefer Python here. Or we can say like it helps the beginners to start quickly and it helps the experts to build some advanced systems here. So Python is popular because it is simple enough for beginners and powerful enough for the professionals. So this combination is what made it as the leading language in data science and AI. Now let's go to the next topic, installing Python and Anaconda. So already that installation procedures were over. Now let's see the overview in detail. So here you will learn like what is Anaconda, what is a Python environment, what is Jupyter Notebook, what is pip, and how to install and run everything step by step here. See, before we start coding, we need to set up our system properly. So just like before cooking, we need the ingredients and tools in programming. We need Python, libraries, and the development environment. So Anaconda help us to install everything in one go here. So now you can ask me like, what is this Anaconda? See, this is a software bundle or toolkit which includes Python and the libraries like NumPy, Pandas, etc. and Jupyter Notebook. So instead of installing everything separately, we can just install Anaconda once. So we can say like Anaconda, this is like a full kitchen set, like stove, utensils, ingredients, everything ready. Now another one new topic that comes here is Conta environment. Or maybe we can say like we are creating one environment here, or maybe it is like a separate workspace. Now you can ask me like why it is needed. Because different projects they need different versions. Maybe for example for project 1 we needed Python 3.10 version and for project 2 we needed Python 3.8 version. So without environment it will create some conflict and with environment there won't be any conflicts. Now the third question that comes here is what is Jupyter Notebook? So this is a browser-based coding tool. So we can write the code, run the code and see the output immediately. And whenever we had given print name and the output was appearing immediately below that. Now another thing that comes here is VS Code. So this is a full IDE or editor which is used for writing the script, building the projects, ML pipelines, and for beginners we can start with the Jupyter. Then we will be going to the VS Code. Now the last thing that comes here is pip or this is Python package installer which is used to install the libraries. So for example, we can give it as pip install numpy. So what it will be doing, this will be installing the numpy library here. Now let's go to the environmental setup. So in the right side, you can see the image. It is checking for the Python version and the Conda version. So this is actually checking if Python is installed and this is checking if Conda is working properly. And now we are going to create this environment. For that, we are using the command conda create -n -dznv python equal to 3.10. So here -n ds underscore env, this is the environment name we are giving here. And Python equal to 3.10, that is the version. And then we are giving the command conda activate ds underscore env. So here we are activating the environment. Or we can say like now you are working inside the environment. And then comes installation of libraries. So that's why we are using the command pip install numpy pandas matplotlib and pip install scikit-learn. So NumPy it is for maths, Panda it is for data tables, Matplotlib it is for graphs, and sklearn it is for machine learning. And next command is Jupyter Notebook. So here browser will open and the coding interface will appear here. And then we are using the command pip list and conda list. So here we are checking the installed packages. And then finally we are giving conda deactivate. So we are exiting from the environment or we are deactivating the environment. So as a summary, we can say like now your system is ready for Python and data science. Now we can start writing real Python programs.